This is the Brownstone Center news update for Saturday. It's the weekend, y'all. September 27th, 2025. Let's go ahead and get some of this weekend news together, shall we? Google's artificial intelligence lab DeepMind has introduced two new versions of its Gemini robotics model that promises to improve reasoning in robots and enable them to perform more real-world tasks. A robot training using the new Gemini Robotics 1.5, DeepMind said, sorted laundry by color using a multi-level thinking process. The launch comes as tech companies race to integrate AI models into hardware in a bid to become ubiquitous across industries. A March event showcasing the first iteration of Gemini products featured robots packing lunchboxes. The superintendent of Des Moines Public Schools, Iowa's largest school district, was detained Friday morning by immigration agents, according to the Department of Homeland Security, which said the educator was in the country illegally and had existing weapons possession charges. Superintendent Ian Roberts, an educator with decades of experience who previously competed as an Olympic athlete for Guyana, was arrested as part of a targeted enforcement operation and fled after U.S. Immigration and Customs enforcement officers approached him, according to statements from DHS and the Iowa Department of Public Safety. DHS said he was, quote, in possession of a loaded handgun, $3,000 in cash, and a fixed-blade hunting knife at the time of his arrest. It's a violation of federal law to own a firearm and ammunition if an individual doesn't have legal status in the U.S. According to news sources, including CNN, his attorney is working on all of this. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has decided that soldiers who received the Medal of Honor for helping gun down hundreds of Lakota Indians at the 1890 Wounded Knee Massacre will be allowed to keep the military's highest decoration. His predecessor, Lloyd Austin, had ordered a review last year in response to a 2022 congressional recommendation that the medals, which were awarded to 20 soldiers from the 7th Cavalry Regiment, be revisited. We're making clear without hesitation that the soldiers who fought in the Battle of Wounded Knee in 1890 will keep their medals, and we're making it clear they deserve those medals, he said in a video posted to social media. The FBI has fired agents who were photographed kneeling during the racial justice protest in Washington that followed the 2020 death of George Floyd at the hands of Minneapolis police officers. 3 people familiar with the matter said yesterday. The Bureau last spring had reassigned the agents, but has since let them go or fired them, said the people who insisted on anonymity to discuss personnel matters with the Associated Press. Now, the number of FBI employees terminated was not immediately clear, but 2 people familiar with the matter said it was about 20. Photographs at issue showed a group of agents taking the knee during one of the demonstrations following the May 2020 killing of Floyd, a death that led to a national reckoning over police and racial injustice and sparked widespread anger after millions of people saw video of the arrest. The kneeling had angered some in the FBI, but was also understood as a possible de-escalation tactic during a period of protests. Israeli strikes and gunfire killed at least 44 people across Gaza, health officials said this morning, as international pressure grows for a ceasefire, but Israel's leader remains defiant about continuing the war. Among the dead were 9 from the same family in a house in the Nuseirat refugee camp, according to staff at El Auda Hospital, where the bodies were brought. 5 others were killed when a strike hit a tent for the displaced, according to Nasser Hospital, which receives the dead. Israel's army said they were not aware of anyone being killed by gunfire Saturday in southern Gaza and didn't provide immediate comment about the airstrikes. Asada Shakur, a Black liberation activist who was given political asylum in Cuba after her 1979 escape from a U.S. prison where she had been serving a life sentence for killing a police officer, has died. Her daughter and the Cuban government has confirmed. Shakur, who went by Joanne Deborah Chesimard before changing her name, died Thursday in the capital city of Havana due to health conditions and advanced age, Cuba's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said in a statement. Shakur's daughter, Kakuya Shakur, confirmed her mother's death in a Facebook post. For more news and information that you can use along with deals and coupons for this weekend, head over to brownstoneworldwide.com. Cityscape Radio for sound you'll remember, especially this weekend, as well as podcasts you'll enjoy, including the Rivalry Report and Brownstone Living magazine to relax and chill out and read throughout your weekend. We'll see you around.
Welcome to the neighborhood.